So basically, I think this is something, we're going to see how this one goes, but this is an idea that I've had about doing a podcast maybe monthly. And I want to interview or talk to local entrepreneurs. Obviously, I know a lot of them because I do business with them, and some of them I don't. But I knew there's a lot of business owners in our area. A lot, huh?
There's a lot.
And I feel like, since I've been a business owner and I start meeting more people, I'm starting to realize that they're not any more special than me. They might make a lot more money. They might be doing it a lot longer. And obviously they've been through the trials and tribulations that I have yet to go through.
Correct.
But as a person,
correct,
they're just like me. And I've met like really rich people, farmers, and obviously everybody I've met is super humble. But I just realized I'm like, dude, this guy's just like me.
Correct.
And I feel like a lot of people probably want to be entrepreneurs, but they think that I can't do it because Emiliano has the X factor.
Correct.
And I don't know if this is like a Hispanic mentality, but my dad, for instance, I'm gonna throw him under the bus. Even to this day, if he knew how well you did, if he knew you and knew like, okay, this guy's got freaking rentals and Airbnbs and all this and that, he would, in his mind, he thinks that you were just chosen to have that.
You're the lucky one.
You're the lucky one.
Yeah.
And it's
lucky.
And it's like, and I always tell my dad, it's not, well, he doesn't believe me. I'm a kid.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's not like that. Like they just took a risk. Yeah. And they worked hard and maybe some luck. Yeah. Was involved in there too, meeting the right people, doing something at the right time. But they just did it. Yeah. And it's just like, you see, so many people that, we're fortunate to be born here.
Yes.
Like my dad wasn't. I mean, he did well for himself.
Yeah.
But I mean, I deal with farmers that don't even have much of elementary school, and they got thousands of acres of land.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's I always say luck is created. No such thing as luck.
Yeah.
But you are right. We've gotten a few lucky breaks now and then.
Yeah.
I think the difference between us and the other person is that we were able to recognize that lucky break.
Yeah.
And took full advantage of it.
Yeah.
And didn't just sit there and dwell on it. Because I have friends, a lot of good friends that'll dwell on something and can't make a decision.
Yeah.
So going back to like when I worked for the fire department, the biggest thing a chief taught me early on in my career was, Emiliano, you get on scene, immediately make a decision.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the wrong decision. Maybe it's the right decision. If it's the right decision, great. If it's the wrong decision, you rethink it, you reevaluate, and fix that decision. Yeah. But you've got to make a decision. If you never make a decision, then you don't go nowhere. You stay peddling water. So we made that decision. Yeah, we have the advantage. We came to school here. We know English. Yeah, we know Spanish. Yeah, we were brought up in a country that really looks out for children. Makes sure we get an education till we're 18. Because in Mexico, unless you're paying for school, you don't get no school. Yeah, it's not given to you over there.
There's no law.
There's no law. No, you don't have to go to school over there. Yeah. You have to pay to go to school there. So we're afforded that. We had a free education. Whether it was the best education or not, who knows? But we took advantage of that. Yeah. So we have no excuses. Like I don't think we have any excuses. Yeah. But it's all back to relationship building, meeting the right people, and taking those risks, like you said. Yeah. These people, these millionaires that we talk about, they are no different than us. Yeah. They're no different than us. And I talk just like you do. I talk to them day in, day out. Yeah. And it's almost like you forget that they're that person. Yeah. Because they're just like me and you.
You would never know.
You'd never know.
If you just met them on the street,
you would never know.
You wouldn't. And I think that's our area. Yeah. Our areas are very like, you don't see a Lamborghini. Yeah. But I know a few people that probably have they could have a fleet.
They can have it, but they're driving that diesel truck, or they're driving that.
It's full of mud.
Yeah, exactly, full of mud, because they're out there getting the work done.
Yeah. So I want to go back to, obviously, people follow you on Instagram. They see, you buy, flip, rent, Airbnb, but where are you? You're not from Santa Maria.
No, I'm not.
Where are you from?
I'm from Delano, California. Born and raised. Went to a small school. Grew up on a farm.
Oh, nice.
Grew up with 4-H was a big thing. Raising hogs, and that's kind of what my first kind of business venture was raising pigs. Going and I think at 8 years old, having my first pig, and then raising it and then selling it and making a check. And it was like, wow. And I was able to do that until I was 16, able to buy my first car with that.
Oh, nice.
But grew up on the farm. It's a different life. Obviously, I was driving at 8 years old, driving the tractor. Yeah. We raised corn. We raised hogs. I mean, we grew corn. We grew watermelons. We did it all, cotton, all that good stuff. So it was. Yeah. I had a different life growing up, a lot different than my kids have now.
Yeah,
in
seriously.
The city, you know?
Where did you find time to become a cholo?
That was later on when I went to Delano High School. Fast forward to a small school. I always wanted to go to the city. I wanted to go to the big school. My dad wouldn't let me until it got time to high school. Delano High School came around. That's when I figured out, I went to a school from K through 8th with 150 students to a school that had 3,000 students.
Yeah.
So that's where that came in.
Like a culture shock, huh?
Yeah, culture shock. Big
like,
time. I walked in like, wow, where all these people come from? So it was a big culture shock. And I wasn't a fan of high school. I never really liked school. You know, I got by, but I was always into cars, and that's what my dad got me into old cars. And we started buying, we'd buy stuff off the newspaper, the old camera ads. We'd look at the cars, go look at them, and we'd pick up a deal every now and then and fix it up, polish it up, and sell it. That's kind of what we did. That's how I got into cars.
Extra money.
That was the cholo phase,
Yeah.
And it's funny because I always wanted an Impala. I told me, I want an Impala. I want an Impala. I want an Impala. He's like, no, those are for cholos. Those are for gangsters.
Yeah.
When you get old enough one day, you can buy yourself your own Impala.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want, buy yourself.
Once you pay your own bills.
Yeah. Mark my words. I'm going to get one. And and I've had 20, 30, 40, 50 Impalas already.
I know, it's crazy.
It's wild.
You kind of slowed down on that, huh?
I did slow down on that.
Well, I think
that was an intro to real estate. I mean, at the end, at one time I had 2 61 Impala convertibles. And that's to me was like a dream come true. The golden gem. It was like, that was everything to us. It was like, God, 61 convertibles.
That's
and
the
I
dream.
sold those. Me and my wife, I sold them so that we could buy a house market. And that's what we did. Sold both those cars, got the money, bought a house market. Yeah. And I bought a house I found on Craigslist. And that's back in 2018. And that's where I kind of stopped flipping cars and got big into flipping real estate. I figured out, hey, this is kind of the same thing we're doing, but just on a bigger scale.
Yeah. And so you graduated, obviously.
Yeah.
Barely. Because you're an agent, right?
Barely.
You have to have a high school education.
Yeah.
And then when did you move to Santa Maria? And then you were a firefighter too.
Yeah. So right out of high school, during high school, my dad sold a house, and I met a gentleman that owned a real estate company. And about 16 years old, he saw something in me, and he would always tell me, Emiliano, I want you to get your license. I think you'll do good in real estate. Yada. So I kind of stuck with him and kind of started going that route. But at 18, I wanted to be a firefighter. Like, I want to be a fireman. I graduated high school. Like, I want to fight fire. I met a gentleman that introduced me to the volunteer fire station at Early March, a little town next to Delano. And at 18 years old, the day I turned 18, I went over there to put my application in to be a paid call firefighter.
Nice.
And back then, and I'm not going to BS you, dude, it was like you sign up, in this thing, you got a little permission slip, and they're like, let me fit you for gear. Okay. I went to like an 8-hour training academy, and I'm a firefighter, dude. Like I'm now like fighting fire. I'm like doing CPR, and people are like, I have very little training, like, if not no training.
Yeah.
Got thrown right into the mix. I'm like, this job's awesome. Like this is great. Like firefighting is awesome.
Yeah.
But it was a hard job to obtain. Like, it's a lot of work to become a firefighter, and it still is. It still is very. So I started working down that road, and it was frustrating because it's a lot of work. And so then in the meantime, I would go back to the real estate office, and I would work with this broker, and I did everything for him. The basics of taking pictures and just doing anything I can to just be in the business, to be in the playing field, to see what was going on, and back and forth. So I went to the fire academy. I did go to the fire academy in Porterville. Barely passed that, but I got through it. Got to my EMT class, and I met the prerequisites to be a firefighter. And that I ended up getting a job as a seasonal firefighter and started going that route. And it's kind of progressed too. So I think about 2002 to 2003, 4, I moved to Santa Maria, and that's where. So go back. I got licensed at 21 years old. I believe, right at 21, I got my real estate license. 21 years old. And I always had that license, and I always knew that I was going to have that license no matter what, because in firefighting, you got to have an exit strategy. That job is, it's very rare to go 30 years in that job and walk out, nice, shiny, like you went in.
Because you get hurt, right?
You get hurt. It's going to beat you up. It's a hard job. It's a young man's sport. That job is not for the weak, and it's inevitable. The injuries, you work with Santa Maria Fire, you go see the guys, you can talk to any one of the guys, and they'll tell you how many injuries they've been through, how many surgeries they've had, how they're barely hanging on. Like they're in pieces. They're in shambles.
I mean, I've never been through their training, but just like being around them, recording them, and just seeing it's like they always are working out.
It's intense.
And it's like, it just, based from what I can see, I'm like, I don't think I could make it through the academy.
It's tough.
It looks like
and
it's hard.
Tougher now. It's gotten tougher.
I mean, just even like physical, but all the stuff you got to remember, like just, I'm not a books guy.
Yeah. And
so
neither was I.
Just even that,
so,
I would suck at.
I got in, like I said, the job, it was pretty much just fill out a packet. I was able to just really slide in the job. And I honestly feel lucky, like we talked about, that I was able to get in at that time, because now I probably couldn't get the job of a firefighter. I couldn't re-get my job.
So again. It was like this little like
it was a
loophole.
Window. It was a loophole. It was a window. I recognized it, and I was able to weasel myself through, and I got through it. So I had the job, and it was good. But I always kept my real estate license. Always did real estate. Always, always had on the side. Yeah. But moving to Santa Maria didn't guarantee me a job at Santa Maria Fire. I interviewed multiple times, but I could not get on. So I was driving back and forth to Tulare County. I worked in Soledad. I worked in Monterey County. I worked in different departments. Because you can commute, you can go work a few days and come back home. Yeah,
because you're there for 3 days, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was not a big deal, but I always want to work for Santa Maria Fire. I was in Santa Maria Fire, and I was able to get hired on with them in 2008. So from 08 to I think about 20, I worked for Santa Maria Fire. But I still maintained my real estate license. I still would sell myself houses. I still would always use it for myself, my family. Like I never gave that license up. I never gave it up. And so at the end, I ended up getting injured in that fire, and unfortunately, I had surgery, and it just never I wasn't 100%. In the fire department, you got to be 100%. They can't use you at 90%, 85, no 95. There's no excuses. You give 100. If you can't physically do 100, you're really no good to them anymore. People's lives are on the line. Exactly. Yourself and your partner's lives are on the line. So you got to give 100%. You can't depend on this guy that has a bad wrist. Sorry, dude, I can't pull you out. Yeah. Sorry, man.
Or like, I can't run.
I can't run. Can't do it. You're not cut out for the job no more. So, I mean, at that time, I was forced to make some decisions. And my decision was, do I crawl in a hole? Do I get another job in the fire service, a civilian job, go work in the building department, go be an investigator, go do inspections? It was like, no, I'm getting my broker's license. I'm going to get my broker's license. Then before this point, I was flipping cars. Right? I was already flipping cars. I was flipping convertibles. I'm the kind of guy that when I flip cars, I was driving to Kansas. I was driving to Texas. I was driving to Denver. Like I had no fear to get in my truck and get a trailer and just take off on myself and go buy these cars. Yeah. I'm a firm believer in doing what the other person's not willing to do. Yeah. If I'm willing to do that, because 9 times out of 10 guys in California, they don't want to drive out of state to go buy a car. They don't trust nobody. They don't want to leave LA, dude. They're like, I don't want to drive. I don't trust those.
I'm going to show up there and it's going to be a piece of crap.
Jack me. I don't going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So I'll do it. I'll go talk to the guy in Iowa and go meet him in a cornfield out there and buy his car. Yeah. And I like I told my wife, it'd be like dragging money home. Like it would be like just getting that car, hook it up, bring it home, and show up and get $10,000, $12,000 profit just by making that drive for 3-4 days, sleeping in my truck. Like it was well worth it to me. So I already had that mentality. Yeah. The mentality stemmed from raising animals, selling produce. Like I always had that entrepreneurial and genetics, I guess, inside of me. So
which is just your dad like embedded it.
He embedded it in me. He embedded it in me, and so that broker's license just came natural. Got that broker's license, and I never imagined like I would have an office with a bunch of agents. I never imagined I would grow into what I grew into. Yeah. It seems like it just all fell into place. It was all timing. It all worked out. Maybe if I would have got my broker's license like in this market today, things would have been different. Yeah. Maybe if I would have got it in 2008, it would have been different, Yeah. But I will say, all the years I worked for the fire service, I was paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. I made good money. I made really good money. I had a great salary. I could never get ahead, Robert. I could never get ahead. And I don't know why, but I couldn't. I was still, renting a house. It was struggling. It's like, it shouldn't be that way, but it was. Yeah. Now that I'm self-employed, I work for myself. I don't have that guaranteed paycheck every 2 weeks. I don't have those worries no more. I'm a homeowner times multiple I feel the same way. Times. It's weird.
Well, I'm not the multiple time homeowner.
But I mean, that feeling.
But the paycheck to paycheck, it's
scariest thing to break away from.
Yeah. And but then, I don't know. You go through some trials and tribulations, but after that, like now it's like we've never done this good.
No, but society tells you don't do that. Don't let go of that. Don't let go of that paycheck, man. Do not let go of that salary. Don't let it go. There's all these excuses. Well,
it's all this fear.
Benefits. It's the fear, and that's okay. You need those people down there doing that job. Yeah, because you can't be a bunch of us. If there's a lot of us, then there's no work for us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just the way it works.
Yeah.
We're
it's almost like. Yeah, let's just keep it like this.
Yeah. Let's not get too political. Let's not get too crazy.
Yeah, but no, it's true. They do, and I don't know about any other cultures, but the Mexican culture is a fear culture. Oh, yeah. Everything's based on fear.
Everything's based on fear. And it's from the early on. I'm going to call the cops on you if you don't behave. I'm going to tell your teacher. Yeah. I'm going to take you to the doctor if you don't do this. It's still been a fear.
Or if you're at a restaurant, and then there's like a weird guy, dude, your mom will be like, I'm going to go tell him to come get you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right? Scare you. You're scared. I'm going to tell the police officer to get you. And it's like, then you're scared of cops. Like, you shouldn't be scared of cops. You should be scared of firefighters. So this fear of, you got to go to school, got to get an education, got to get that 4-year degree. There's nothing wrong with that. Both my parents were educated. Both of them were first generation degrees. Both of them were administrative and schools principals. Like they were very successful in their career. Yeah. But it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
School was not for me. It's not for everybody. And and it's still to this day, it was never for me. Like I did the bare minimum to get the fire service job. I did the bare minimum to to get my real estate license, my broker's license. But it's what I learned outside of that is what got me to be here, to be what I consider, somewhat successful. Like I was able to take it all in from childhood, and to be able to take those risks and recognize those opportunities, those loopholes, those ways that we can sneak through that business and capitalize and take it and try it. And that's the difference. Me and you are willing to take that risk.
Yeah, I am. I don't know. I just feel like I just can't live.
No.
Like if I'm not happy, I can't do it, dude. I feel like I'm just dying inside or something. It's weird. But I think we're very similar in that, but it's kind of weird how I was the same thing. I just did everything, even to recently, I just did the minimum just to get by.
Yeah.
But when it comes to having your own business and it's just like now you're not doing the bare minimum because it's yours.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like a sense of pride.
Yeah.
And it's not even about making money. It's just about it's almost like a game kind of.
Yeah.
Like you just want to see how you can grow it, how much can you grow it, and I just get this satisfaction, coming in, having an office and having, people that work with me and telling them do this, do that. And us accomplishing what we had to do that day or that week.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just cool.
There's something to be said for that. And just like the uniform, like when I earned my badge, I earned the uniform and the different departments I worked for. I was proud to wear that uniform. I earned that badge. I earned that. But at the fire department, there's limits there. Like you could promote to captain and that's it. Unless you want to be a chief or the chief of the department.
There's only one of those.
That's it. It's only one of those and that's it. And you're done.
Yeah, and he's not going anywhere.
He's going nowhere. So in this business, no one tells me, Emiliano, you can't sell 10 houses a month. Emiliano, you can't buy 10 houses a month. Emiliano, you can't. There's no ceiling. There's no limits.
Yeah.
And if I'm anything like you, we're always looking for those loopholes. We're always looking for what can we do next?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're already stagnant. I already got the office. I got this. I got the cars. now what's next? Now what else can I get myself into? Like it's a mindset that's very different because you're always looking for that next opportunity to slip in there and hit the gap,
Yeah, but for me, it's I'm always looking for the next thing, but it's always correlated to what I do already.
Correct.
Because I feel like, and I think it is because of social media, and I see a lot of people that I'm friends with or that I just kind of follow on social media. They're a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And I personally, I just don't believe in that.
Yeah.
I think you are a real estate agent, broker that can sell houses, help people buy houses. But you also flip houses, which has to do with real estate. You also, have rentals, which, so it's everything you do, it is a lot of different things, but it's all the same.
Yes.
Correct. And I feel like if you were to for me, it's you're going to do better at what you're doing than someone that's doing what you're doing, but also is selling cars, a video production guy.
Yeah. Do all these different things.
It's you're just going to get beat.
Yeah. You're going to get beat. It comes to time management. It's recognizing what you're good at and sticking to it and just refining it, refining the systems, refining the programs that we talked about. There's so many different ways you can refine your business. And it's a daily process. Every day you're going to learn something new. Every day it's maybe I need more employees. Maybe I don't. Maybe I should pay them this way. Maybe I need to do this.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to do that. Every day it's refining. And you're right. At times at the end, working for obviously called the man, working for the city, working for the county, you dread sometimes going to work. You almost want to call in sick sometimes. You almost want to, you want to take some vacation off because you want to take, you need a break. And I don't need a break from real estate. I don't need a break from I have to be forced to take a break. We need to take a vacation. Probably should go somewhere. But I love to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
I love to go to my office. I love to go look at my projects. I love to talk real estate. I love my job. I found my passion. All my life led up to being able to be somewhere where I love. And a lot of it truly, too, and I know it's the same with you, it's the support of my wife. My wife wholeheartedly, if she didn't support our vision, the drems that I have, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Yeah. Truly, 100%. I give her so much credit. It's rough at first.
Yeah, because at first I just, I knew what I wanted and I just did it whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And then, I obviously had to work hard to prove her wrong.
Yeah.
But once we got past that point and she's like, okay, well, kind of seems like
it's working,
he'll make it work. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna make it work somehow, some way. So now, obviously, when I have an idea or I'm like, I want to do this, I want to do that, she's more on board because she's like, okay,
that makes sense.
He kind of will figure it out, I'm sure. So
I mean, do you blame her? Imagine if it's the other way around. Imagine if she came to you with some crazy idea. I'm gonna open my own business. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna do that. You're gonna be like, whoa. whoa, that's a little. So like, you
Yeah.
put yourself in their shoes, and yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's a little scary. You spend a lot of money. Like, what are you doing? Like, what? I remember buying our first flip, and I just went out on a limb and called the agent and bought the house. My wife, I think we're gonna buy a house. Like, what do you mean? We just moved here. Like, no, like a house to flip, and it's like, whoa, like
you didn't even talk about it.
Yeah, like we didn't know. You didn't even know what you're doing. We don't even know. We're gonna figure it out. Our first Airbnb. We had no clue, dude. I tried to call like a few people like on social media, like and no one wanted to help us. Like nobody wanted to like, hey, do this. Like, you know what? We had to figure it out ourselves. Like we learned Airbnb on our own. Like we mastered it. Like we figured it out on our own. So it's like without the support of my wife and my family and my kids, because I'm away a lot from my kids. Like I'm working a lot. Like I wouldn't be where I'm at today. But I know at the end of the day, it's gonna be well worth it. Well worth it to them. Well worth it for their family. We enjoy the life we have now. And the pleasures and the gifts we have now because of the sacrifices and the work we put through. And it's, to me, it's well worth it. Like we are in a great position, and but it's all because of trials, tribulations, and just straight up hard work. Yeah. And stuff that no one sees on the camera. No one sees the real bad stuff that happens behind the scenes.
Yeah. The money.
Even if you were to film and send the photographer, they really don't see it all, man. There's so much that goes on in your head. There's so much that goes on of stress and gray hairs and it's just that only people like me and you will know that. And
it's like you don't really want to share that on social media because you don't want to be like negative.
No, I don't want to be negative, Nancy.
Yeah, but it's like I for me too. Like I do show like all the good stuff, but every day there's like, like dude, this sucks. Yeah. So, but I don't want to share it because one, I don't want people to get a perception that like, oh, he's doing bad.
Yeah, this guy's he's circling the drink. That's what they want to see.
Yeah.
They want to see that.
Or and then also like, damn, this is like negative, but there's more negative than positive. Yeah, it's just the positive things that happen are bigger impacts.
There's the late nights you can't sleep. The nights you get up early. I mean, the phone calls that come in. It's a consistent battle of good and evil, good and bad. You're fighting it all day, but the good always outweighs the bad. And and we continue. And the thing is, like someone once told me, it's not a prison sentence. No one says you have to do this. You don't have to be here. You can work anywhere you want to work. You can go work with your experience, work for another big, huge studio and work for them, make a nice, healthy salary and be just fine. Yeah. You choose to do this. That's what you want to do.
Yeah. I just want to, I think it's just a gratification of building something for yourself. That's what, makes me proud. Like
the American dream.
Yeah.
The American dream.
It's just cool.
And no one says you can't do it.
Yeah.
No one says you can't have a business. No one says you can't grow. No one says you can't be in this nice place studio you have. Like it's all up to you. Yeah. You created all this. Created all this.
I think that we think that we need permission.
Yeah. Weird. You need the permission.
But you really don't.
You don't need it from nobody. No. Maybe your wife. That's about it. Other than your wife, you don't need permission from nobody in this world.
No, you just got to do it.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit. This country affords us the opportunity with free will. I mean, it's all there for us. Yeah. It's all there. It's just a matter if you want to take advantage of it.
Yeah. And I mean, there's that fear. And I would say definitely you're going to hit some rocky times. But I just feel like every time that things got rocky and I wanted to quit, I would think to myself, even today, my competitor would quit right now.
Oh yeah.
Or they did quit.
Yeah. Or they did quit.
And because I'm not going to quit, I'm going to be that step ahead of them.
Exactly. That's
dead on. I don't really think that I have any people in this industry in this area that don't like me. Yeah. But in my mind, I make up these fake rivalries. Yeah. I'm like Tupac and someone else's Biggie.
Yeah. Gotta have it.
Like even though I'm cool with them, but in my mind I'm like I'm gonna beat them. And when I'm up late, they're not. I know they're not up late. When I'm up and I know they're sleeping, I know they're out partying. Like they cherish having a good time more than this. Yes. And so for me and my family, they know that. And I don't want to come off in a bad way, but work comes first because I want to give them the life that I think they deserve. Correct. Because we grew up poor.
Oh yeah.
And it's like we grew up real poor, and my parents weren't like go-getter type people. Yeah. And so they were there all the time.
Yeah.
But it's like, but we didn't have anything. We had holes in our clothes, holes in our shoes, not really much food. So I would rather be like, hey, I might not be there all the time. Yeah. I might be on my laptop when we're in the living room, but there's plenty of food. Yeah. And if there isn't, we could buy more. Yeah. And you could buy whatever you want. Yeah. You have plenty of clothes, toys, like everything. Yeah. You go to private school. Yeah. And I'd rather have that than be like, I'm home all the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we don't have anything. Yeah. Because I feel like that's just that's just worse. So
yeah, there's definitely a
There's
balance,
yeah.
but there's definitely an advantage to doing what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it provides for your family. I mean,
Yeah.
it provides a lifestyle like no other, and it's just something that we choose to do. We choose to do it, and like you said, no one could tell us otherwise. Like it's there's nothing better than being an entrepreneur. Like I wish I could have done this.
I know
20 plus years ago, but I feel like I was a different person back then. Maybe I'm not where I'm at now.
I feel like everything happens for a reason.
I
like
think
at the right
too.
times. Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
If you truly believe in that, and you have your faith.
I
believe in God. I believe in things happen for reasons. I think that people get put in your lives for whatever reason. Like my job at the fire department, I help a lot of firefighters. I have a lot of dear friends that help, with the houses and police officers here in town. I have a lot of good friends I made over the years that, throughout the different careers, different departments I work for that are lifelong friends. And then I can help them with this, and they trust me in it. And so I feel like it was a good part of my life.
Yeah.
But it's just everything happens. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. And it's all about, like I said, that mentality of always sharpening that pencil, always sharpening that axe.
Yeah.
Don't let your guard down.
No.
Because you think back at like sports greats, like guys like Tom Brady and Kobe Bryant, they don't let their guard down.
No, heck no.
Those guys are always on their A game. Those two have a mindset like no other. They're that successful, that good because of their mindset.
Yeah.
Because of their will to win. Because they of their mentality, dude. They're like no other. And you can see, like I was never a fan of Tom Brady. I'm a Raiders fan. Raiders fan. You're like a Mexican. You're trained to hate Tom Brady. If you're Mexican, you hate that guy. So I hated that guy. I'm like, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
I watched Man in the Arena on Hulu. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, not yet.
Gotta watch it, man.
Yeah.
I watched the thing, sat through it, and I'm like, wow, like this guy is at a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Now I know why his mindset. Now I know why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
Because he is like no other. I mean, the guy puts in the work, just like Kobe did.
Yeah.
So if you can put in that work, you can set yourself apart. And you got to want it. You got to do it. So why can't we do it?
Yeah.
Why can't we do it?
Yeah.
No one says you can't do it.
No.
Only you stop yourself. I always tell people, your biggest enemy is the man in the mirror. First thing in the morning. That's the guy that's going to tell you, you know what? I'm going to go back to sleep today. I'm tired. I'm hungover. I don't feel well. My stomach hurts. I ate too much. You go on and on. It's hot today. It's cold today. It's going to rain.
Yeah.
Or you can say, you know what? Let's see what happens today. Let's see what we're going to get myself into today. Let's see what we're going to get. We're going to buy a house today. We're going to sell a house today.
Yeah.
We're going to, maybe sometimes I go out there and nothing happens 12, 1, 2 o'clock. I'm like, dude, this wasn't a good day. Wrap it up, going home. Start tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a fresh day.
Yeah, we'll get it back.
I guarantee I won't go 0 for 2. I'm going to go 0 for 3.
Yeah.
But if you don't get out that door, you can't get past that mirror. You can't get out of your bed. You can't make it out that threshold. You're not going to make it, dude.
No, dude.
You're not going to make it. And I tell people that all the time. People say, what does it take? I said, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes more so a lot your upbringing.
Yeah.
I can't teach you how to be a good person. I can't teach you how to talk to people. I can't teach you how to treat people. I can't teach you that stuff. That stuff those mannerisms and stuff, you should have had being brought up.
Yeah.
And if not, or you can even teach yourself. I'm not saying you have to be taught, but you can taught yourself that stuff. If you don't have that, I can't help you. Sorry.
Yeah, because especially in our area, it's it's big, but it's small, and it's like
very much.
And if you don't treat people right,
no,
you won't last long.
Oh
yeah,
no,
and that's a big thing.
You can see people get washed out here in no time. Now even more with social media, I mean, you can get washed out even that much quicker. They'll wash themselves out. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Wash themselves out. Yeah. And I usually just see that stuff. I stay away because karma will work its course. Like they're gonna wash themselves out. You wanna get that one deal and screw somebody over. You're not gonna be here long, man. I'm not going nowhere. I live here in town. Like my kids go to school here. I go to the stores. I shop here. Like I don't want to be hiding and ducking and dodging. Oh crap, that's so and so. I got. Don't get off. We're going back home. Like no, dude, you can't be that way. You know what I mean? So you
wouldn't be able to show your face.
Right. Yeah, treat people right. Build good, trustworthy relationships. It's all about trust. Garner people's trust. When you garner people's trust, good things will come your way. When they know you can trust you, they can count on you, and you're genuine, good things will come your way. That's about all it really takes, honestly.
Easy. Yes, you definitely have to have a good reputation in this area. You have to work hard. Yeah. You're I would say 9 times out of 10, you're gonna do shit you don't want to do. Yeah. People think people always tell me too, oh man, it must be great to just do what you love and own your own business and this, and I'm like, bro, I do, at the end of the day, I do love what I do and it's great. But at the same time, I would say 9 times out of 10, I don't want to do the things I have to do. Yeah. It's not all freaking roses and rainbows and unicorns. And
it's serious.
It's like most of the time I don't want to like today I want to do this. Yeah. Yeah. But if you weren't here today, I would be out taking pictures of cars and it's just a part of the job. We have to make sure we do a good job. We have to give great service, and it's income for the business. But I don't want to be outside taking pictures of cars.
Exactly.
Like, I would rather call somebody up or my daughter or my wife and be like, let's go to lunch and this and that. But then I do that sometimes. And at the end of the day, I'm like, why the hell did I do that?
Yeah.
Like, I just wasted an hour.
Yeah. Now I'm working later. Now I'm working the next day.
Or not. Yeah. The next day. And so it's not all good.
True.
But I think at the end of the day, like, you're going to struggle.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to struggle working for somebody. Yeah. And you're going to struggle working for yourself. But you have the gratification that you're building something for yourself.
Correct.
And I think for me, the hardest part I had working for people was like work politics, favoritism, and just like, this person's a jerk, or your manager, his wife was mean to him and now he's freaking taking on you, or
a bad day,
or he don't call the shots at the house, but he's your boss at work, so now he's calling the shots
taking
here.
On you,
So I hate that. I cannot take it. I'll quit. If I get treated like that, I just don't like it. So my goal was to just change that. You know, like, if I have problems in any of my life, like, the guys that work with me, they don't know. Because I treat them with respect, and I have them treat each other with respect. And I just want to have an environment where we do our job, we know what we need to do, and let's just have fun doing it. Let's talk smack to each other. And that's what I like. I think, it is a lot of things that we do I don't like. I don't want to do it. I'm lazy. But I just like the fact that I can create a place where it's the environment I want.
And that's the nice part. It's yours. You do what you want to. Going back to working for the man, working for the employer, working for the fire department, I worked a slew of jobs prior to the fire department. I worked everywhere. I was at Kmart. I was everywhere. I did it all, KFC, Little Caesars. But at the end, I hated, even with the fire department, is asking for time off. Oh, you got to find someone to trade with you. No one wants to trade with me. I got to work 4th of July. I got to work Christmas. I got to work my kid's birthday. I got to work New Year's Day. Like, there's nothing fun to wake up New Year's Day when everyone's having a good time and you're at the fire station. It's like, so I hated having to ask for time off. I hated having to call in sick just to go to a game, just to stay an extra day, I didn't like that.
Or even when you're really sick.
Yeah, even when you're really sick.
And then they make you feel bad.
Exactly. So it's like,
and they're like, are you really sick? Or can you just come in for half a day? I'm like, no, dude.
I can't even remember the last time I've been sick and not come to work. I don't know. I can't even think back. I don't know how many years I've not been sick.
Now that you don't have no one telling you what to do, you don't get sick anymore.
You don't get sick no more. It's kind of weird. Exactly. There's my 2 weeks of sick time. But that motivates me to not want to go back, because I know what it's like. Me and you both know what it's like to work for the man, to work for somebody, to work for that manager, that captain, that chief, that person that sits very high on that totem pole and wants to flex himself and let him know that he is the boss, at your expense. And it was the hardest thing with me in the fire department. I was like, dude, we're all grown men here. Like, we're all adults. We all have kids.
You don't got to talk to me like that.
Don't talk to me like that. You don't have to treat me that way. You know, but they could, because that's paramilitary organization. It's just the way it is, dude. You ain't the chief. So that's just the way it is. That's the way it was. So I didn't like that. And so I always told myself, when I become a business owner, I am going to remember all those things I didn't like and never do those again. And treat people the way that make them comfortable, make them want to work with you. People gotta want to hang around with you. People, if you're not a good person and you're not honest and you're not fun to be around, no one wants to work with you. You have a hard time finding employees. It's all about a culture. It's
already hard to find people.
It's really hard to find people that want to work. And then for it off to get along and you want to take care of those people. And so you want to create that environment, and the environment you create is based on whatever environment you want to create. And it's up to you. You create your environment, and I love that. And you're right. The things I do, like going to the Santa Maria landfill, I hate going out to the dump, dude. When I'm at the dump, I don't know how many times it stinks. It's nasty. It's dirty. It's muddy. It's gross.
Like, you want to throw your shoes away after that.
Yeah, exactly. It's bad, but I have to go out there, and I'm doing dump loads, but multiple dump loads. I'm always at Lowe's. I know these guys by first name at Home Depot. Like, I'm always there. I'd rather not do that stuff. And over time, I'm learning to delegate and give my employees cards and kind of do that kind of stuff. But it's got to get done. It's got to get done. And you're right. That I wake up at 6 a.m. and I'm at Home Depot or Lowe's, or I'm at my office, and like, dude, everyone else is asleep. All these agents, all these guys are all snoozing. I don't see a single person out here doing what I'm doing, and I love that, dude. I feed off that energy. I'm like, you know what? Heck yeah. This is all for me. I go to LA. I'm at 4 a.m. the road to go buy cabinets and quartz counters, and no one else is doing that in this town.
No,
there's not a single other broker in this town, really. Maybe they're smart and they pay someone to do it. That's probably, but I mean, there's no one else doing what I'm doing. And I'm good with that, and I'm going to continue striving. And it's just there's nothing better than being able to work for yourself. Like the entrepreneur, the job, it's great, but it's not for everybody. Like we said, I guess when you grow up with very little, like if you grew up with very little also, you got to learn what it's like to be broke. Like in this job, like I've been broke.
Yeah.
Like I've been really broke. I've been
really
behind
broke.
on payments. I've had, creditors come after me. Like I've been there. I know what it's like.
I can answer my phone now.
Yeah, exactly.
But before I'd be like,
oh yeah, I'd be tearing the mail up. I'd be not answering, ducking and dodging. I've been through 7 years of bad credit. Like I know what it's like to be broke. Yeah. That fear, that feeling is what drives me to keep on hustling, because I don't ever want to be there again, dude. No. But I know with snap a finger I can be. I get lazy. I let off the gas pedal. I can be back in the position real quick.
I know. A lot of my friends, I don't hang out with a lot of them, but we do things happen, parties happen. We'll end up all being together, and they're just like, "Man, you're doing so good," and they make me feel like I'm so like high up. But in my mind, I'm like, "Bro, I'm so close." Also, to just being poor.
Yeah, you're on the borderline all the time. It's right. True. And it's true, like, I mean, my wife,
you're a higher level than me, and it's funny that you feel the same way.
But even the higher you are, is the harder you're gonna fall. Yeah, I have that many more bills than you. I have that many more liabilities. Like if I tip over and fall, I'm gonna fall way harder than you. And we're both gonna fall. Like, and it's just, it's scary. But you're right. Like I talked to my wife. Like I have good, and I don't hang out with a lot of people. I'll be honest. Like I don't hang out with really nobody. I hang out more with my agents and my workers than really like friends, like best friends. I really don't have many, because I'm
always at work,
busy, and I'm surrounded with the conversations I have these days. I talk to millionaires all day. I talk to big investors that are buying properties cash every single day. I put myself in a different arena, I guess, a different field, because that's how I've gotten to where I'm at, by surrounding myself with those type of people. I'm having those conversations every day. Because if I was having the conversation I had with the boys, with the guys, talking shop, talking cars, nothing wrong with that, but I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I had to be able to transplant myself and get myself in this arena. So it's different. But going back to that, you're right. I have friends, really good friends, like, Emiliano, dude, I mean, you're so lucky, you're blessed. I wish, this and that. And I feel guilty, dude. I go home, I tell my wife, dude, I feel bad. Like, I feel bad for so-and-so, because he's like, at one time he was doing so well in life, and now he's struggling, and all he does is give me props. But yet it's like, I feel bad for some of these people. They make me feel bad that I'm successful, and they're not doing it intentionally. They're not doing it to be.
They're really proud of you.
They're really proud of you. But it's just, it humbles you. It's a humbling feeling to go back home and say, wow, actually a really good friend of mine actually is really proud of me. Like, it's a very humbling. But like you said, we're on the cusp of slipping on the banana peel every day. So it's a matter of, it's a balancing act, and we just got to learn. And maybe we're probably really not, but you have that mindset. That mindset, it's drilling that, dude, you can lose all this. It could all be gone.
I think I'm going to get fired every day.
Right?
I do. Yeah. I swear.
Well, yeah.
And I'll even make comments to some of my clients about getting fired, and they're like, you're good. I'm like, okay, cool. It's almost like, it makes me feel better when they tell me I'm okay.
But one day you may get fired. There's going to be a client that says, I'm done with you.
Yeah. I
mean, whether good or bad. I mean, if someone goes out of business,
Yeah. I've had that. Yeah. I've had people go out of business. I've fired clients, because sometimes it's just too much.
Doesn't work.
It's just like, okay, you're not respecting my time. Yeah. We're making appointments. I'm showing up, and you're just
you gotta learn when to cut the relationship. Like we talked about yesterday. You're at a point now you can pick and choose your business. Yeah. You can pick and choose your business, and it takes a long time to get to that point. Yeah. Like you said, when you first started, you're doing reveals and whatever anybody called you on, you're there.
Little kid birthdays and oh man, dude, anything and everything just because I had a daughter to feed. Do something. And it's like, I can't. I was like, I gotta make $50 today. Yeah. I gotta make $100 today. Anything,
anything, just anything. You make something.
Anything. $25. Yeah. But it was better than making nothing. Yeah. But yeah, fortunately, I got to the point where I don't have to do that. But I mean, I know we're going a little further than I thought. But I just thought of something that I think that people have a misconception. I think that I feel personally I have a lot more to go. Yeah. But I didn't think I would get to this point. But I hoped I would. But it's when you're lower and you're just starting off and you have an idea of what you want and then you get there, it's never actually exactly what you thought in your mind.
True.
Right?
Very true.
It's like, true. If you think about it, you're like, I am where I wanted to be. Yeah. But it's not exactly what I thought I was going to be. No.
You were at where you wanted to be 6 months ago. You're at where you thought you wanted to be in reality.
Yeah.
You just reached it so fast. You got there, and it is not what you think it is. And the problem is that we don't set big goals for ourselves. We just want to make ends meet. We just want to pay the bills. Like, I just want to pay my house payment. That's it. Like, and get by and like have a little bit of money. Yeah. That's our problem. That again, back to our Hispanic heritage, is just pay the bills, get by, get a job, get a good job, go and just stick it out. we need to broaden horizons. We need bigger goals. We need bigger goals.
And I think, as you say, you surround yourself with people that have already been there.
You have to surround yourself. You only get better with people that have done better than you.
Yeah.
You can't hang with the guys at the negative Nancy's and the guys that are kicking the can, the guys that hate the president office, that hate the city council member, that hate their boss at the so-and-so, that hate their neighbors, that hate those guys are going to suck you in, and they're not going to help you, man. You need to be with the people that are doing better than you. You got to be with the people that you're trying to get into their group. You're trying to seek their attention. Like don't hang with the guys that are trying to take away your time. You need to find people that you can get some of their time.
Yeah, you want to take someone else's time.
Yeah, exactly. And every time in this business, like you're able to talk to these millionaires. It's like take advantage of that time. Figure out what makes these people tick. I love to talk to these people and figure out what is it. What is it? And you're gonna figure out it's not really much. Other than back to what you said, hard work, knit and grit, the grind.
Never giving up.
Never giving up.
And then and I think that that's worth. I would rather spend time with a millionaire than him give me money. Yeah. To like invest in my business. I just want to know how you think,
dude. Yeah. What is his mindset?
Yeah.
Does he have car payments? Does he have house payments? Does he have rentals? Does he pay? What is it that the mind of a millionaire, man? You want to dig into these people and really see what it is they do. Because like we talked about, why reinvent the wheel? If it works for him and he's no different than us, why can't we be doing the same thing as he's doing?
Yeah. And I think that you realize, I think what's happened to me is that I've realized that those people that we see, the more you're with them, the more you realize they're just more like you. Yeah. And it gives you hope.
Yeah. It's scary.
Like, okay, cool.
It's scary because you start turning to people like, dude, that guy's not different than us. We talked about, dude.
He just never gave up.
He just never gave up, and maybe he's a little more flashy than us. Maybe he's not. I mean, it's just a matter of, surrounding yourself and being in that environment. Like I always tell my agents when you come work with me, I go, you look back to like pro teams. They look like Kobe Bryant or like the Tom Brady or, anybody that's been successful in the sports world. They surround themselves, first of all, with a good coach and with good players. They don't want to go to a team with sucky players. They don't want to be the star of the team. They want to win a championship. To win a championship, you surround yourself with other champions, with other guys that are like-minded. And that's how these dynasties are created. That's how these teams win championships again and again and again, because they surround themselves with those people that are like them, that have that mindset, have that mentality. They want to win, dude. So why don't we do that? Yeah. That's what we need to do. That's what we surround ourselves with. That's who I work with. That's why my agents I work with. That's why the people I work with. Dude, we're winners. Yeah. I'm here to win. Yeah. I'm not here to lose. I'm not here to kick the can. I'm not here to talk politics. I'm not here to.
If we're going to do that, I can just stay home.
Stay home. Watch TV. Watch TV, watch news, and just kick the can by yourself. Yeah. I don't need that, dude. I don't. And if you can't keep up with me, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like I'm gonna keep spearing and trekking forward. Yeah. Want to go for the ride? Let's roll. But if you don't, I don't have time to convince you in the reasons why. Yeah. Watch the podcast. See what it takes. Yeah. But don't sit here and drag you and waste my time. Like you said, your time is money. Time is precious. We don't have much of it. No, you got to be very selective of how we use it. So either you're getting paid for your time or it's family time. Yeah. And other than that, there's no waste of time. Yeah. Do not waste it. Yeah, no. We don't have that at our expense. We're getting older. We didn't get any younger.
I don't like drive out to the mountains and make videos for free. Like, no. I know people that do that, but I'm like, it's just, I'm like, I don't do that. Dude, like if I'm going to get paid, I'll do it and this and that. But other than that, I'm good. Nope. So there's just to wrap this up, is there any advice you would give to someone that's trying to start off to be an entrepreneur or anything like that?
I would say, you know what? Sometimes you think your biggest supporters are, whether your family, maybe your spouse, maybe your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it may be. Don't always listen to them. Listen to them, but don't take it to heart. Yeah. Because nobody wants to see you succeed more than yourself. Yeah. You got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to do it, man. You're not going to make it. Yeah. And people will tell you all the reasons why you can't make it, why it's not a good time to get in the business, why real estate's bad, why you want to stay away from it, because so-and-so lost their house, and so-and-so's a mortgage broker, he makes no money, and so-and-so's, you're going to hear all the negativity. And if you're going to listen to that, you're never going to succeed. You're not going to succeed. So stay away from the naysayers, set your goals, get your mind right on what you really want in life, and it's all attainable. Yeah. Everything is attainable. You can have it all. And whatever someone's all is, whatever your all is, my all, it's all different. It's all different. Maybe I want 30 houses one day. Maybe you just want one big house. There's nothing wrong with that, but set your mind straight, get your goals, and understand that you will attain them. Yeah. Like I've like shocked myself. Like I look back and say, whoa, dude, I just, this is crazy. Like how did I get here? Like it's like overnight, it seemed like, and you're there. And it's like, now what? What's next? I'm going to keep going. So all the naysayers that were close to me that said, dude, don't do it. You can't do it. It's too much work. It's too hard. People that I thought were good friends of mine saying, dude, I don't know. You're going to have to figure it out. are now sitting back saying, wow,
how do I do it?
Yeah. How do I do it? Why, I didn't think you could do it. Or, in reality, just not saying nothing, just talking behind my back, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're going to have to learn to separate yourself.
Yeah.
You're going to have to learn that going out with your friends and drinking, or going out with your friends and partying, or going to the lake, going to the beach is not a priority.
Yeah.
If you want to have a business, you want to be an entrepreneur, you better learn to separate yourself from that. The biggest losses and takes in life is when people can't separate from their friends.
Yeah.
They can't grow up. They can't get away from Monday Night Football at the bar. They can't get away from Friday nights at, Applebee's or Louis B's. They can't get away from hanging out at the Elks. They can't, nothing wrong with that, but it's got to come in moderation.
Yeah.
You got to learn when to separate yourself.
Yeah.
Because in those crowds, in those groups, you're not with the champions and the millionaires in this area.
No.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Don't take it. I'm saying it's wrong. But if you want to be successful, you're going to have to learn to be able to separate yourself from that group, get yourself in a zone, and hustle and grind. Nothing wrong with going back. I love car shows. I love going to the bar. I love watching Monday Night Football. I love the Raiders. I love this stuff. But my business comes first. My business comes first, and that's just what it's going to be. And I'm going to surround myself with like-minded people to be successful. Yeah. Get a mentor, whoever it may be. And it doesn't have to be the same mentor forever. And you don't have to pay nobody. You don't have to go online and pay these gurus that are selling you these academies, all this crap. You don't have to pay for that stuff, dude. Yeah. YouTube University podcast, free to your blue in the face.
Yeah, I have online mentors. I didn't even know it.
Yeah, exactly. I follow people, and they don't even know that they've mentored me and changed my life, but just by listening to what they have to say, because we don't got to reinvent the wheel. No. That's like the biggest thing. So get a mentor, and then like I said again, we talked about take action. Yeah. Make a decision, take action. Nothing happens without taking action. And if taking action means just getting out the door and going and talking to somebody one day, doing something, take action. And things are going to fall into place, man. And the rest of it will all fall into place.
Heck yeah. I like that.
That would be my kind of take on things.
Damn.
I was young to talk to myself again.
Woo! No. But yeah.
Winded.
All right, cool, man. Well, thank you. Nice talking to you.
Likewise.
And I'm excited. Yeah. We got to do this again.
With
another subject.